All right, now we're good. Now we're set, boys. We got us as Azures over for the team one, ready to go blasting out, fire blasting, duel immediately. Duel and Azures. Hopefully you boys picked up your honor gear, by the way, because it's going to give you a huge add-on level boost for the season 4, man, before you can get yourself fully conquested out. Duel immediately hit him with a karma, seeing that combustion, he's trying to use defensives offensively. At least to counter Azures full out damage as a fire mage stacking up that mastery dot onto Duel into a root as he's trying to go for a roll, giving him very limited opportunity to get some movement down. Oh, massive blast there at the end. Was that just a fire blast with pyro together with a living flame? Does he get another living flame going? So Duel is actually under a ton of pressure. Might just go down. Does go for the knock. Away from the pillar into a quick interrupt. That's going to be Azures trying to swing around the corner. Phoenix Flames is out. He just needs one good hit set up onto Duel. He might just have him here. Duel looking for the recovery. He's got mobility, but the mage got him on the ropes. Ring of Freeze is keeping him at bay, trying to see if he pressure Duel into the Ring of Frost. Doesn't walk into it. Oh, he's just somebody barely. There's like a pixel that he's able to walk around, not get touched by it. He's still sinking in. Fire Blast, Phoenix Flames, trying to get those pyros going. The mastery build-up is actually quite solid. It takes a second for a fire mage to really stack it up, but he's able to get quite a bit of pressure out of it. Blink out of Azures on Alexia, trying to go for a Cone of Cold. I haven't seen Cone of Cold, I feel like, in a hot second here. Trinket out of Duel, trying to go for maybe an interrupt, doesn't quite get it. Azures able to keep himself somewhat of a distance, but that jab does let Duel close that gap pretty easily into a good polymorph, into a full combustion. Duel backing up out of there. Does he have a living flame on him? If you have a living bomb, not living flame, living bomb, that's a whole nother different ability. Blinking past the ring into full pyros. I mean, the man is at bare 80 health. Karma to follow, try to see if he can reverse it. And Azure's just gonna have to back up out of there, get himself maybe a little bit of healing. He can't fight Duel around the pillar. Duel got himself nice and secured over there. He is doing just fine. As long as he's got this pillar, and he's got himself self-heals without dampening being any higher, he should be a-okay. On the team, we got ourselves Frozen Bait, is that your name? We got us as Crag, our Holy Saya as well. I'm switching rogue people, as well as Fruit Cat Meow. I like it. Is that Fruity Dad? Is that what the boy is? Is that the guy? With Katarina over in Team 1 as our arcade, we got us a Slade, as well as Sticky? Saucy? As well as the game. I'm gonna double check that druid name in just a second here. I'm gonna double check. I'm gonna come back to you. We'll just come back to you. Big ultra for Azures. Might be in a bad spot. Still does get himself a big reset. Duel is out in the open. He does have a pillar that he can maybe double back to. Fireball over Azures into an interrupt. Duel got himself lots of potential output. He wants to maximize the damage, but he's having to rotate damage and defenses together. Big kicks onto Azures, but Azures doing a very good job keeping himself at bay. Does go for the trinket out of the para with Duel backing up behind the pillar as Combustion is out for Azures. Needs to get himself a little bit more damage. Definitely needs to get himself those living bombs. Up and running versus Duel. Oh, and there goes a living bomb. That was so perfect. I don't even know if he's playing proper living bomb or if it's like a proc or whatever. It is crazy. Is Katarina a woman or a man? Katarina is a champion. That's, I think, what Katarina identifies as. The champion of the dueling arena. Frozen Bait, gonna be up next. Double Shadow Steps onto Azures. He got himself the ultra, so he's got himself covered. Could be a cloak. There's gonna be a cloak out of the rogue. Massive reset for Azures, trying to go for a Nova, but the rogue with immediate advantage. I think that cloak actually did help him delay that Nova. Azures making sure to pick up the eye as soon as possible. He's got himself all heated up, ready to go. The rogue with a sapper on the corner, good positional, good shadow step. Only which the images could somehow attack the rogue when you have the sight of the rogue, but they're the kind of images or pets, I guess, in a way, that don't attack unless you attack. I wish you had a bit more control, or maybe they were a little more aggressive. Would have been nice, honestly. Would have definitely helped out for the mage. Try to see if you go for instant cast versus Frozen. Cone of Cold to slow him down. Try to see if you can reposition. Could be a shadow step into shooting power. Goes in for a sprint, trying to go for some damage. All the time is up for Azures yet again. Slow into the rogue. Does actually AoE him out. That is going to be the mastery dot taking him out in the open. I don't know if Azures has any more AoE damage that he can send behind the pillar. But at this point, he's looking for them eyeballs. He wants that sight. He wants the information. He needs to make sure he can see the rogue from a mile away. He's going to fire blast him as he goes in for the steps. I think I'm going to try to go for a sap. Looking for a kick. It's going to be a kidney shot. Got himself in a Nova. Full pyros, big combustor. Everything is ready. That's going to be Frozen Bait. Maybe done for the count. Massive blaster damage. It does explode. Cheat death not even given to this rogue. The game just denied cheat death to this man. Are you kidding me? My goodness. As Azures does get himself a little bit of food. Who's going to be up next? Is it going to be Fruity Cat? Is it going to be Holy Saya? Kragar. As a warrior, it's not an easy matchup. It's not an easy matchup. Try to see if you can not utilize leap or charge at the very beginning, because Azure is going to have plenty of mobility and you need every single charge and every leap to be able to catch up to the Mage. Mage got himself an ultra, setting himself up a pretty good spot. Kragar is going to double back to it, into a charge, got himself the banner to reduce some of the CC. Big damage on Azure's with that Bladestorm as the Arms Warrior just blasting through. Big breath out of Azure's, but that banner keeping Kragar moving. We're keeping him prevented from at least sitting for CC for too long. Charge with a roar. I don't know if the roar connected. Does he have a shatter? He doesn't have a shatter. I was gonna say for a second that would have been perfect. Sometimes you gotta spec it to shatter, and other times you don't. Double Mage on the enemy team one, it will be a bit of a risky move. If you have a Paladin and a Mage, easy shatter combo, because either Blessing of Protection, Bubble, or Ice Block could be the end of you. So having that strategical shatter to play into would help. Big combustion off for Azures. Kragar taking lots of damage. I think he maybe could go for a heal. Does get himself borrowed health, a lot of borrowed health with Rallying Cry, Battle Master's Trinket. Big healing. He's going to be dropped down to no health on Azures. All he needs to do is keep that pressure going, staying away from Kragar, that safety. It just keeps pummeling Pyroblast back to back. Saya looks like it's going to be up next versus Azures, trying to give him a bit more of an honor duel, at least letting him set up, letting him know, hey, I'm going to be dueling you. Whatever you want to do positionally, you can plan it, but as soon as I'm out, I'm just going to go and swing. And Saya with a Crusade, playing for the big button. No Ice Block available for Azure, so he's going to use everything he can to survive the Crusade. Breath does not connect. That's going to be muted chat of Saya, and I think Azure's down for the count. Wait, Cauterize. I forgot about Cauterize. I feel like we haven't seen Fire Mages on these in a... they used to be a regular competitor in the dueling arena. Not as much anymore. We saw one a week or two ago, and that was just one of those things where it was like, okay, haven't seen this class in a while. How is this gonna play? Stun is gonna go for the blink. Azure still needs to get away from Saya. Needs to create some distance poly. That's gonna be tricky out of Saya. I don't know if you got any more CC. Nova, as he spell steals the Hand of Freedom, at least he's able to walk away from Saya with a fireball, going in for some combustion, trying to see if he can force pressure into Saya. Might be a bubble. That's going to be a massive living bomb into a Shield of Vengeance. Charging in, wants to turn this shield defensive into an offensive power. Ultra for Azure. May still need to use it. Not a lot of health available. Trying to see if he can ramp up some damage on Saya. And that's going to be an ultra. I think that he's going to cancel, right? Sitting down for whatever food he has. Saya charging in. He does get himself the AoE around the corner. Azure got nothing left to survive. He needs a shield. He needs anything. But honestly, might just go down here. Unless Breath, oh yeah, sand in the judgment as the Breath came out. He played as well as he could. That was a hell of a Fire Mage, by the way, man. That was a hell of a Fire Mage there. Katarina is going to be up next, giving Saya as much of an opportunity to recover here, get himself an auto duel. I like that little bow from a distance. I don't know if Katarina is going for a bow of their own. I don't even know if they actually will play the animation while mounted here. Wait, what the hell? Hold on a second. Who turned this man into a pile of just like arcane dust? Was it just the Mage? Is that how hard the Mage blasted the rogue? He literally turned him into like pile of just like magical ash, burned him to bits, burned him to atoms. What is this? What toy is this? I need it. Low-key toxic. I kind of need it though. Wow, what a toxic toy. What do you get it so I can avoid it? What is that though? Seriously, it actually looks so good. That's actually so good. Gonna be Katarina with a Ring of Frost around Saya. Got himself full Crusade blaring. And Katarina's trying to be very, very careful with it. At least Katarina got Ice Block, but if you can really deny having to give up your Ice Block versus a Crusade, I think you'll be golden. You'll be definitely ahead. Bubble out. Now it's a pretty good time to trade defensive. Trying to keep the shields going, but the damage out of the Paladin is a little much. Katarina having to go for the full-on block. Trying to recover health at 48% dampening, though. It is just not doing as well. And Saya got himself bubble used, got himself regenerating, immediately aggressive versus Katarina. Needs to create a bit of close the gap rather, needs to shorten the distance as Katarina creating as much space as it can from Saya. Shield of Vengeance this late into dampening. It's barely doing anything though. This shield barely holding on as Saya, I think, might be in a bit of a tight spot. Stun immediately as Katarina reverses. Immediate trick out of Saya though. Got himself aggression. Hold on. Actually, I feel like the raw power of a Paladin might just win him the duel here. Yeah, just ready to go. He's just slamming that Tempest Verdict as soon as he can. He's trying to see if he can make it happen. Soul Stissy, right? Is that what your name is? Soul? I'm gonna go with Soul. Are you a feral? You're a boomkin. You just leapt in with a big old leap, big old bash. But you are a boomkin. Big star surges out of this man. I think Sion might just go down. 3 star surges. That is a lot of damage. Got himself the proc. I think it's over. Leon hands last second. Trying to see if he can turn it around. Soul with a bark skin. Trying to see if he can live with thorns to follow. So size very, very limited what he can do. Immediate regrowth out for the boomkin. Feral Druid is going to be the last one left or for the team 2. A Souls to see. Got himself bear form, got himself incarn, and everything. That's gonna be Fruity Cat not gonna go in there. He's gonna wait out that incarn. He's not gonna touch him unless he can get himself a good set of CC. Is that incarn falling off by now, or is it still out? I think it's over, right? Big old bite, massive, nasty bite. So see, there's nothing he can do. This Fruity Cat went in full incarn, immediate bear from. He knows there's gonna be 2 rogues out of the enemy team. He's gonna be ready for either one of them. Slade is gonna be up next. Full dots are up on the Fruity Cat. This is going for a full dance everything. Bash, not trinketing, holding it. Evasion up. As Fruity Cat, I think, try to go for a stun. Thorns are up, and as long as Slade is very, very careful with those. Big King's Bane, got himself full everything. Wall up for Fruity Cat. Is that going to be Deathmark? That is everything. As long as you can maintain those dots on a Fruity, once that bar skin, once that wall falls off, unless he's playing super defensive, those dots are going to hurt. If you set up a good set of dots, it looks like you did. I can't really tell. It's hard to tell. Did you set up all the dots? I'm not even sure. I can't ever really tell. Sometimes you just see rogues melt people with full set of dots, but also it all depends on what kind of like a setup you got going on. And it's hard to track. I wish I could see like more of your cooldowns and abilities and all these other things, just so I could see exactly which dot. Just for rogues, just because I have a little bit of a slight bit of experience with this class. He was ready to go this time. Oh yeah, there were. Oh no, Kraken was ready immediately, man. Slade and everybody. It took a second to get team 1. But not that long at all, though. At all whatsoever. Slade, try to see if you can fight versus Fruity, but no help whatsoever. Blind, she does. Hold on, you got a sippy. You have a stun. Bash out of the Feral Druid. Looks like he might be able to take it. Literally try to see if you can just bear maul him down. Take it about. That's going to be the game up next. Trying to give this man as much of an honor deal. He knows walking into this match against a Feral Druid without Heart of the Wild or Wall, he has all the advantage in the world. Try to get Fruity as much of a chance to catch up, get himself as much healing as possible. 67% dampener on our very, very first match of the night for this week over on the EU. And he is super, super ecstatic that this rogue is at least giving him a proper chance here. Starting out bear from, letting the rogue get the opener, also very, very honorable. But at this point, Fruity Cat better have the hell of a play, trying to see if he can get aggressive. Got it stun onto the game. I think that is the play, actually. You have to win in the advantage. It is going for the bleeds, going in for the reset. Is able to break away from the rogue. If the game cannot get himself the full set of dots, the bleeds from the Feral will eventually rot you down. You cannot play defensive in this match. Trinket? Did you trinket? He trinketed something, I'm not really sure what, but it's going to be the game trying to see if he can get himself Shiv, gouge on the Fruity with a kidney shot. Everything is available. This is where you really hope you had a kidney trinket for, right? And that's, I think it just might be over. Cheap shot, that's going to be a bit of healing. Bash, trying to get aggressive. No, the game is there. He's ready to stab you. Gotcha. My God. Azures with 317 melee damage. My God. Fire mages, man. Something about that living bomb that they put up that just does so much damage when it procs. Oh, I love it, man. I love it. The mastery builds up, the pyros, everything just feels like it hits. Let's get another one going.